Well, good afternoon, everyone. Rod Cullerton. I just wanted to give everyone a quick update, and I just want to inform all my supporters and the Australian media that I've just received a text message from the WA court. The so-called warrant that the Australian media made such a big issue of has been cancelled. Okay, it has been cancelled, dismissed and removed. So I want the public, and also want all the so-called Australians who put up the comments on the Australian Federal Police Facebook site saying don't let him off the hook, just finish. The message to you, my good fellow Australians, is that they've definitely done the opposite. They've squashed the warrant, they've dismissed it, and it does not apply to me. Okay, so there you go. And then here's another one. Perhaps you better spend some time concentrating on the real issues. Why don't you put a comment up on the Australian Federal Police and go out and catch the real criminals, not someone over allegedly, filling out a piece of paper. I mean, that's just a serious, serious crime. So furthermore, I have spoken to David Webber. He has altered he's the journo for the ABC. I noticed Channel 9 and Channel 7 haven't altered their media statements. But essentially, David altered his, and I'm really impressed with what he did. It was fair journalism. But the most important thing is I've got former federal senators. One essentially, or especially, is Len Harris, and he is going to come out. I've rung Graham Hoodie, and they're going to do a live stream video, and both myself and Len Harris will be talking. We'll be talking the importance of the motion 163. That was the motion that must and has to be filed in the Parliament. So when an alleged disqualification or a risk of a disqualification comes out against a member of the House, which this one was, the motion must be immediately tabled in the Senate, and then which I did on the 27th of November, off memory, went right around the Parliament, showed that I was a person opposite to what was being claimed, and that the motion was successful and got passed in the House. So nothing in a public court or in any other jurisdiction could happen until that motion is dealt with. Now, that motion still has not been dealt with, okay, and that is a real issue for the Parliament and the so-called Senate. So that's the notice. Going to take a couple of days of R&R. That was quite confronting, really. It's something that I wasn't expecting while I'm actually out of the state at the moment, and I didn't want to have any issues at the political limitation going home. So just to thank everyone who supported me. Please watch this, the developments of this case. This case is of great public importance. This is a fight that needs to happen. This is where this so-called Australian government and any agent acting for it needs to be bitten and brought back to reality, and that's what this will do. So I've certainly got the law on my side. I've certainly got all the evidence of what was tabled in London, and seeing too that I think it was Nigel Farage that came to Sydney. He spoke with Graham Hood, Alan Jones was there, and he agreed Australia is a basket case, and in a sense it has removed itself from the Commonwealth, and even retired federal court judges are turning around saying you will not get justice, you will not get anything under the Constitution, because obviously we're not under it. So it's up to the Australian people to act, and that's what I'm doing. I'm acting as one of many people throughout this great Commonwealth. I want to take it further with the support of former federal senators, and let's get this job done. So we are definitely stepping in the right direction. We've got a show on the road. The ball's been bounced. We're we're well in the public, and this needs to come out. And like I said, I've got the evidence from the highest apex mines in legal industry. In 9 said that Whitlam had departed us from the Commonwealth, and that's in the 1988 Constitutional Report. So the facts are there, and of course we've got all the FOIs which claims that the so-called prosecutor, of public prosecution, has no prosecutorial powers that link back to the Constitution. So this is a matter referred to by the Australian Electoral Commission, section 44 of whatever constitution they claim it to be. There is only one constitution, and that means it must be within the jurisdiction as granted at federation. So Commonwealth, bona fide Commonwealth jurisdiction as displayed in clause 5 and under clause 2 of our great founding deed. So there you go. I just want to let everyone know, within 24 hours we swatted the Mozzie, and it's gone. Okay, so there you go. There's the public notice, and I'm not live over the weekend, which is pretty comforting. So thank you for your support. Great comments. Got a few senior members coming on Gap with my podcast, which I'll be setting up. So I'll be contacting those people. If they're watching now, I'll get in contact with you, and yeah, let's get the ball rolling. Thank you very much, and if I don't see you before the weekend, have a great, safe and enjoyable weekend. Bye.